You call me Mr. Perfect.
Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello and welcome to another episode of Curt Hennig Was the Best. Change My Mind. I am your host, Steph. Today is episode 49. We're almost at 50, guys. So today on our Perfect Podcast, we're going to watch along to the match with Lex Lugar. This is round two for Curt on Monday Nitro. I love this match because it's everything it should have been. And of course, Lugar was a good match, I think. Um, but I think he should have stayed the Lexorcist. I'm sorry. Oh my. I just did what Curt did in a promo in 93. The narcissist. He should have said the narcissist Lex Lugar. But I actually did a boo-boo there. I actually did what Curt did. He couldn't say the narcissist Lex Lugar. He kept saying the Lexorcist. I just did exactly what Curt did. So what are the odds, right? But before we start, if you'd like to join me on my YouTube and Rumble channels, all links will be in the description field below. So if you want to click those links, right now I have about 32 followers on Rumble, and I have about 69,000 on YouTube. It's about 69.5. If you would like to be a subscriber to them, click the link in the description field below. If you would also like to be a paid Patreon supporter like Charlie Brown Politics, thank you, Charlie Brown, for doing that. You in the description field, I have the Patreon link. So if you would like to become a subscriber for $1, you get your name read on the show. For $3, you get your name read on the show, and I will answer any emails that I get or questions. For $5, you get all that plus an exclusive behind the scenes and blooper reel. And for $10, you get all that plus you get a Patreon show live access. So it's a live Patreon show. You get all access to ask me questions, and I would read the chat as we went along. And I would share more about me and why I like Curt Hennig. So please join today. Again, all links will be in the description field. If you would also like to follow me on locals, you can do that now for free, or you can support the show for $2. Completely up to you. Again, I would like to get Rumble up to 100 followers. So if you could please follow me on Rumble, you get all kinds of exclusives. You get to see me in real time in 3D. For my YouTube subscribers, you will only hear the audio. So you will only hear the sound of my voice. But for you Rumble guys, you guys get the exclusives. You get my theme song, plus you get to actually watch along with me, where YouTube subscribers will only hear audio. Okay. Um, I wanted to be lazy today and didn't really want to do a full intro, so everybody except for people on YouTube will get to see my intro instead of just hear the audio. Okay, so this week, we are going to do the Lex Lugar and Curt Hennig match. So this is round two for for Curt and Lex Lugar. As we know, the last time Ric Flair interfered. So we are going to watch round two of him and Lugar, Curt and Lugar. And I don't remember if Ric Flair interferes this time, but I do know that that if there's any exclusives, we definitely will watch along to that as well. So, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I had everything in order. But we also are going to see 4 more promos from Curt. I believe some are from Portland. Um, I believe all of them are from Portland. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, they are all they're all from Portland. Okay. So they're all from Portland. And I also want to just do a shameless plug real fast. On Sunday, I am this will probably already be past. So the recording of this will be past. Excuse me, will be past, but I will air that show because it will be episode 50. I'm gonna have Kit Cabello on my show. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't want to do that in your ears. Um, so Kid Cabela will be on my show, and we're going to watch along to the matches Curt Hennig had with RVD and then also with Tommy Dreamer. So that'll be this Sunday. We're going to record it this Sunday, and then it won't come out till probably the beginning of September, or like the middle of September. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to record that this Sunday. It is August 14th as we speak, but he's going to come on my show on the 18th, which is Sunday. So be on the lookout for that, guys. That will be episode 50. I'm very excited because that's episode 50. We know we're halfway through to 100. I never saw myself doing this many episodes. I wasn't even sure I would be able to do any of this stuff, but here I am with 3 shows, and I have all of you to thank. Thank you from the bottom of my heart because you keep this going. Um, excuse me. If you could please, 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 oh, oh man, excuse me. If you could please become a Patreon supporter for as low as $1 a month. If you can spare $1, that would be awesome. I'll read your name, and you will have my eternal thanks. And if I have a whole list of names to read, then that's what we'll do. And if it takes a half hour for me to read those names, well, by golly, let's do that. So, if you please can give to my Patreon, links are in the description. Please do so. Again, $1 a month will definitely help in the long run. Uh, so, I want to say a few things that I think I never really talked about much. I know I talk about it with Angel sometimes, but I wanted to share it on this show as well. That I found myself doing something that I normally don't do. Okay. So I had asked my father because Monday is a little tight for me. Um, like I watch Jimmy Dore and then I have a show at 9 o'clock. So time is a little restricted there. Um, and I really want to watch Raw, but I cannot. So I asked my dad to actually, sorry, I don't know why my hair is doing that. I actually asked my dad to record Raw. And similarly enough, my dad said he would watch it with me. So here it is, my man and I and my dad are watching Raw. So, uh, it was an interesting experience, I have to say, because I haven't watched Raw in probably 20 some years. I mean, the last time I watched Raw, it was 2002 because, that's when Curt was on. So I watched it up until then. But, oh man, excuse me. Uh, I have to say that I'm following the storylines, because they're easy to follow, but then they're also very intriguing to also, follow. Um, and let me just say that I wanna give my star ratings for Raw. So, these are Mrs. Witchy's perfect star ratings. I would have a theme, but I don't. Maybe I'll work on that. Uh, so my star ratings, and the first thing to come out of the gate was, the Rhea Ripley and Dominic and Liv Morgan. I give it 2 stars because I think the audience, um, they just really don't like Dominic. They just really don't like Dominic, and they can't, for some reason, they don't want to boo Rhea Ripley anymore. Just like Damian Priest, they don't wanna they don't wanna cheer, or they don't wanna boo him anymore. So they have Rhea Ripley and Priest as the Twin Towers, kind of like back in '88. They had the Twin Towers, and that consisted of the Big Boss Man and Akeem. So I think it's very interesting that they call them the Twin Towers or Terror Towers or something, kind of like that duo. But it came out with Rhea. She was talking about how She kind of felt all these emotions when Dominic turned on her. Um, and the reason I give it 2 stars is because I'm sorry, I can't get into Liv Morgan. Um, she doesn't I don't like her promos, and I just don't like anything about her. I the only thing I like about Rhea is her eye makeup. I'm like, "How does she do that?" And I was like, "Well, maybe she has a makeup artist." And I'm like, "Well, okay, how does the makeup artist do that? Because it's phenomenal, you know?" It's like, poof, and I have to spend like 20 minutes doing my eye makeup because I'm like, I'm never sure if I'm like blending it correctly my mom didn't really teach me how to put on makeup. I kind of had to learn on my own. Um, so I'm not always not sure if I'm blending right or correctly or whatever. Uh, if someone is a makeup artist in the audience, I would love to know your ideas. So leave a comment down in the comment field. Um, excuse me. I more or less that's how I feel about it. Like Rhea Ripley's okay. I thought she was from England. Excuse me, she's from Australia. Uh and my dad goes, "What's the difference?" I said, "The accents." um so yeah, like I just for reasons unknown, I that's the only thing I like about Rhea Ripley. And this feud that they're having is awesome. They're having a mixed tag match on the next Raw. Again, this is all heading up to Bash in Berlin. So I think that it is a good storyline. I just think it needs a little more pop to it. Because I think and they need to give Liv Morgan some promo, tips. Here's how you do a promo, Liv. It's not about just, I mean, I know they have lines they have, and I told my dad, what's funny is, excuse me, I watched a program. Excuse me, sorry about that. I watched a program that they the wrestlers forgot their lines, and other wrestlers were giving them their lines. So, like, the other wrestlers were, like, learning their own lines plus the other wrestlers' lines. Guys, forgive me, but what happened to just doing a promo off the top of your head? I mean, Curt did it all the time, and yeah, sometimes he messed up. That's okay. He said the Lexorcist instead of the narcissist. I just did it. I just did that. And I'm not even a professional wrestler. I'm just a fan. Excuse me. So I mean, don't I don't think it's fair that wrestlers have to learn lines. You know what I mean? It's like this is not acting. This is not acting school, guys. This is like professional wrestling. I think that if you can't do it like the wrestlers in my generation, then don't do it. If you can't do a promo off the top of your head with bullet points, where I need to say this, I need to say that, I need to say this, I need to say that. Um, if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be in wrestling. That's just my opinion. But I mean, it's a good opinion because these guys, um, like Curt, he could do a promo off the top of his head, and he knew exactly what to say, and he would, make sure that those points got across everything he needed to say. And they would give you little tips, hey, say this about your opponent, or mention the arena you're going to be in, or um, talk about the storyline or the feud you're having. And again, the wrestlers could mentally remember, okay, I have to mention this and this and this and this. So even if they had it written down, they memorized what they had to say, but they would come up with these promos, and I remember some of Kurt's, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant what he would come up with. And he was a genius at, coming up with this stuff off the top of his head. He didn't have lines that he actually had to memorize. At least I don't think until 2002, right? Um So, I mean, if you can't do it off the top of your head, then what are you doing in wrestling? You shouldn't be in wrestling. That's my opinion. So the next thing, of course, you had the Damian Priest stuff. Oh, excuse me, with Finn Balor, and then I think this storyline is getting good, so I give it 2 stars. Um, I just think that it again needs more oomph. It needs more pop. It needs more. It needs that extra edge. You know what I mean? Um, uh, as far as so at the end, well, I'll get to that. So they also had CM Punk there and Drew McIntyre, and of course CM Punk lied about showing up, and he actually was there. He wasn't having travel problems. Um, he uh, he actually did get revenge on Drew McIntyre. So all I'm saying is don't get wrapped up in the whole uh thing of they have lines. Yeah, they have lines, and sometimes it sounds unrehearsed. Like they just kind of blurt it out, you know what I mean? If it was more spontaneous and it had more of that pop to it, I think it would be better, and it would I mean, WWE is hot right now. They are literally on selling out arenas, and that's good. I'm glad for them. But I think it just needs a little more pop, and they would literally AEW would be a thing of the past. So I think that whatever Paul Levesque is doing, it's a good thing. I just think that it needs a little more pop. It needs a little more sizzle, a little more spontaneousness. So um but the Drew McIntyre, now Seth Rollins, he got hurt or injured last week from Bronson Reed. So he's not really in the picture anymore. Oh, excuse me. And how do I feel about that? I mean, it's okay. I just the whole Seth Rollins thing, like I said, I wonder how far he went to become spontaneous, flamboyant. um I like the joke that Jim Cornette made. He's like, obviously Seth Rollins invaded his wife's closet. So, just give me 1 second. So, the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, I give 3 stars. And why am I doing that? Because I think it's good storytelling here. I think that CM Punk has a lot to redo. Give me Okay, sorry about that. I hope you don't mind. There will be a little bit of dead air. Sorry about that. Um, but I don't want to cough in anybody's ear, so that's why I kind of like turn my head or hit the mute button because it's not worth me hearing. It's not worth it for you guys to hear me just coughing. So sorry about that. Uh, the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk feud is getting very good. Now, I didn't realize because I probably wasn't paying much attention. I did not realize that Gunther was going to face Randy Orton. I was just like, why does Randy Orton become the number one contender? I thought maybe Damian Priest would. But there's this whole thing about Randy Orton's shoulders were up, even though Gunther won. And that's why it's Randy Orton versus Gunther. Okay, fine. Um, I need to see a little more of this feud before I give it a star rating. So right now it's to be determined. But I would like to see better things, from them. Okay. So yeah, I would need to see a little bit more of Randy Orton versus Gunther to make a determination. So I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. So so bear with me as we go through, and uh see what we need to see. Okay. Um Now I did see them, their promos were decent. I didn't realize that Andy Randy Orton, I didn't realize that he, had been champion a lot. So he was like 14 times. I know Flair was 15, I believe. Um, so I think Randy Orton's going after that title or that record. Um, I wasn't much for Ric Flair, so I say have at it. Um, I just, yeah, wasn't much for Randy Orton. Okay, sorry about that. Um, but, I'm not gonna give it a star rating yet because I wanna be wowed. So the end, match was the 2 out of 3 falls, and it was Braun Breaker versus, Sami Zayn. I give this 3 stars because of Braun Breaker. Sami Zayn, yeah, he got 1 fall, but that's because I think, he politicked and probably said, I want at least win a match or win a fall or whatever. So I because this should hands down, there's no wrestler in the world that would look like Sami Zayn and expect to beat a person or a wrestler like Braun Breaker. I just think that Braun Breaker, I mean, he's a beast. I mean, he looks the part. He looks like a real wrestler and stuff. So I think it's very much that we'll still see great things from Braun Breaker, and I wouldn't be surprised in maybe a year or two if he's going for that belt against Gunther or whoever has the belt. So it could be Drew McIntyre, it could be Damian Priest, it could be Gunther, it could be Randy Orton. I don't think Gunther is going to lose the belt because he only just got it here at SummerSlam. I think they may give him a little more time with the belt, but it will be interesting to see what they have in store for those guys and who will be champion when Braun Breaker comes to call in and who they're gonna step up to be the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, because remember, Braun has it right now. Could it be Sammy? Could it be, uh, you know, Sammy will definitely be chasing after it. It's not like, just because he lost the 2 out of 3 falls that he can't go back for that belt. Now, do I think they should get Braun Breaker some more competition? Oh, yeah, definitely. But, we'll look for good things from Braun Breaker and, also from, what's gonna happen with the Gunther and Randy Orton thing. So I think, stay tuned because we have a lot more to see. Okay, so those were my star ratings for Raw. I don't think I'm gonna watch SmackDown. I may catch a glimpse of it, but, tomorrow I have a lot to do, so I may catch, like, highlights and stuff on X, but, we'll see. We'll see what comes up. But those are my star ratings for Raw and overall, not bad. Not bad. It could be better, but not bad. I don't talk about any of the other matches because I'm just sitting there going, "What is this? Why am I watching this?" And the thing with the Bray Wyatt stuff or the Bo Dallas stuff, I got to admit I really wasn't impressed. It was just the tape of Bo Dallas just kinda sitting there, talking to a TV. "Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that." I I don't know what to think because I never liked this stuff. I mean, I wasn't scared of The Undertaker when I was a kid. I just thought The Undertaker was big. I mean, tall. Um, excuse me. Um, so I mean, there leaves a lot to be desired there. So, um I don't I give it a big question mark or to be determined because I'm not sure what to make of the Bo Dallas stuff. As far as the undercard guys, I kinda just skip right through. So, you can and I used to do that. Unfortunately, it kind of couldn't do that unless I had recorded Raw on a cassette tape. But then I could skip through the melodrama of the undercard guys that I didn't want to see. So when it was Austin on Raw, I would skip to the Austin parts. So, I mean, I would record it and then watch WCW and then go back and watch Raw. So, because, at the time, Curt was on WCW and Stone Cold Steve Austin was on WWF. It was WWF in my day. So, anyway, so those are my star ratings. Take that as you will. Maybe come up with your own star rating. Maybe you thought Raw was awesome. I found myself skipping a lot of stuff that I just didn't understand. I was kind of like, okay, I don't know, skip. um, there's some stuff in there that I just didn't know, so I just skipped it. So, okay. Okay. So let's get back to what we were going to do. 4 more promos. And again, these are all from Portland. I'm going to try to do some uh, AWAs, maybe some of his earlier ones from WWF. But these ones from Portland, I'm sure not a lot of people have seen unless you go looking for it like I did. So this one, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so this one, we had a match between Buddy Rose and Curt Hennig, of course, and it was for money. Now, Curt and Buddy Rose were both winners, so they actually had a match to make sure that they end up having a match because of this promo, but, and I'm gonna turn it on in just a second, but it is good. It literally is, Curt doesn't wanna give up the money, Buddy Rose doesn't wanna give up the money, so they end up just having a match to see who's gonna take all the money. So I'm gonna hit play.
Right? First time a battle royal has ever ended this way, and a time in the draw on television. Rhodes is a $3,000 purse. Are you going to split that money with Hennig? If I split it, I get $1,500. Forget it. I want it all or forget it. Now, Hennig, you're standing right there. No, listen. You come over here and you tell him right now this is an interview, not a fight. We fought. You didn't throw me out. I didn't throw you out. And the time limit ran out.
That was a battle royal.
The money. I came back, and I think I had the best of them at the end, and I think I should get all the money, Savage. And that's the way it is. What do you think, Curt? I got you in a match already in Seattle. Hey, you won't put your tongue on the line. You won't put nothing on the line.
Don't put your finger at me, Rose.
Hold it right now. Hold it. Both of you won't relinquish the $3,000. There's
$3,000. That was a lot of money in 82.
Well, let's do it this way. You won't split it. He won't
83.
split it. Why don't we just have a rematch? You against him on the 25th. You against Curt on the 25th. Winner take all $3,000. That way we'll settle it. Plus the payoff for the match, plus the $3,000 purse for this battle royal. You want to know what? I got a plan, brother. If you want to do it, I'll do it, you chicken. You know what? You want to do it?
Whoa. We will be civil here, guys. Buddy Rose.
I don't know, ladies. You want to take that match? $3,000 winner take all. You got it, Rose. Winner take all. I don't care how settled. You don't want to split the money halfway? You slap me on TV, brother. I'm going to slap the out of you up there in Seattle. You got the match next Wednesday, brother. I'm going to take your head off, boy. You don't want to split it.
I'm surprised. Go. I'm going to just say a few words. I think that's Buddy Rose there in front of the camera. Might be Curt. I'm not sure. So I'm going to have to take that music out. So YouTube, you guys will not hear any music whatsoever. So give me just a second. Okay, so about that, like, apparently it was a battle royal and they were the last two, and I guess they ran out of time. So, what happened there was literally that, I mean, nobody won. So Buddy Rose didn't win, Curt didn't win. So they just made a match there to winner take all. So whoever won, I'm guessing was probably Curt. I don't know. I'm guessing that was at a house show. So the, house show had rules. Um, oh man, I'm sorry. So whatever happened there, somebody won, obviously. It was probably at a house show that they did that. So, so this next promo is literally Buddy Rose turns babyface or turns face. So Buddy Rose is now a good guy, and you have Billy Jack here in the middle here. I'm gonna go back over. So this is Billy Jack here, and this is Curt, and of course, and this is Buddy Rose. Now they're all on the same side, if you see that. Okay. Um all on the same side, and it's Heroes of Portland Wrestling Unite. So Buddy Rose is now against Rip Oliver and the Dynamite Kid, who turned on him during a tag match with these two. So the Dynamite Kid is Buddy Rose is now against Rip Oliver, Dynamite Kid, and the Assassin. So interesting enough that yeah, I know it's shocking because Buddy Rose and Curt had a wonderful feud going. And then all of a sudden they turn Buddy Rose face. I don't know. I'm just going to, chalk it up to okay, cool. So let me unmute that and go.
What a team! What a team! Hey, get a look at this. One of Tom Peterson's movies. It's called First Blood. And Rip Oliver, we're going to get first blood on you guys. Now, Rip Oliver, as everybody saw, ran from me all night long. But you can run all you want, Oliver. I was a great track star for 7 years. I ran a lot, and I'll outrun you any day, and I'll catch you.
Thanks for letting us know you're a track star.
I have not been so excited since Stan Stasiak we first tagged up. Buddy, I did hesitate last week, and I didn't know what you were up to, but I can tell you're 100% on our side. No more power to you, baby. We're going to kick some butt, like we said. We're going to take them.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe when he turned babyface. I was like, wow.
I'll tell you what that did for me, too. By Rose becoming my partner has taught me something, believe it or not. And I'll tell you what, I've never been so pumped up myself either. The people saw what happened out there. I will put that belt up against anybody in the Northwest because I'm pumped, I'm ready, and we're ready to take on anybody, anytime, any place. You people, this place is sold out tonight, and we owe a lot to you people, Billy Jack, Curt, Hennig, and myself. Now, last Saturday night, when I walked in the other dressing room, a man by the name of Stan Stasiak was sitting there, and he said to me, Buddy Rose, what does it feel like to walk in this side of the dressing room? I said, Stan, it's the weirdest feeling in the world. He said, Buddy, you're on the right side of the fence now. Al Madrill's been wrestling for 13 years. I've been wrestling 10 years. Buddy Rose is not above everybody anymore. I'm an equal to everybody.
Right.
And Al Madrill, thank you very much for your advice. Adidas, thank you. Ron Ritchie, thank you. Steve Affey, thank you. Baron Barr, thank you. Dutch Savage, thank you. And the people, I say thank you to you. But there's never going to be enough thanks as the thanks that I can give this man, Curt Hennig and Billy Jack. They're the two best partners that I could ever have in this world.
Considering you had a feud with both of them.
You people in the Northwest, you keep watching, because I'll tell you what, there's a new Buddy Rose, there's a new Curt Hennig, and there's a new Billy Jack, and things are going to change.
Interesting.
Jack, I may sound a little facetious here. You all called me fat. I lost a little weight, but Billy Jack talked me into something. I'm going to start going to the gym with Curt Hennig and Billy Jack. I may not have the body now, but I got the brains to go after you, Oliver, and the clan. I told these guys it's better to know your enemy than to not know your enemy, and we know our enemy.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we just found the real A team right here.
There's a new scene in Portland, baby. Rose, I have to admit you brought something out in me. I will tell you that much, and I appreciate everything, and I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad to have you too, baby. You got me popped up, baby. Right on, let's go. Woo!
An interesting thought. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. We're gonna, in case there's any other music there. Yeah, this one is a bit of a shocker because again, they did turn Buddy Rose. Oh, that's really silly. They did turn Buddy Rose babyface there, and again, it's a little bit of a shock for those who don't know, what Buddy Rose is all about. The fact that he had a year-long feud and seemingly put Curt in, out of the territory for, a couple of weeks. But then again, Curt was, going from territory to territory at that point. So I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I mean, he didn't really injure him, but I mean, it looked that way through the storyline that Buddy Rose was, ruthless and finally saw the light, so to speak. So let's put it that way. So the Dynamite Kid apparently had been taken out. So this is, I don't remember this one. So we're gonna watch this together. um, okay, this is another one with the three of them. So it's Curt, Buddy Rose, and Billy Jack. Okay.
Big things happening this week, and here's Buddy Rose and part of his army to tell you about it. Thursday night in Salem, a street fight. Friday night in Eugene, Dutch Savage's coal miners glove match, and I got the glove this time thanks to Curt Hennig. And I'm going to get somebody there in Eugene. And then next Saturday, the Dynamite Kid's going to be back. My old partner, I'll tell you what, he's good. But now, Curt Hennig can get his hands on him, Billy Jack can get the assassin, and I can get Oliver, all three of us at the same time against those three, and we'll put an end to this once and for all next Saturday night. Right, Curt?
That's right. Everybody here knows what happened here to my neck, my throat. I couldn't talk for quite a while. I'm glad the Dynamite Kid suspension is off for the simple reason I want him for myself. Okay, we're in a six-man. Beautiful. We all three are going to take on our own guy in there. We're going to take it to the clan because we're strong and we're working as a team. And as a team, I don't think we can be beat. And after that's finished, Dynamite Kid, by the sounds of it, my throat is all right. I hope you're ready because in my heart and in my mind, I know what I got to do to you, and I'm going to come in after you, Dynamite.
First of all, my dad, I love you. Nobody's seen what the assassin looks like, eh? I don't care if it takes to rip it off if your head comes off, brother, because I'm going to take it off. And everybody here is going to see who he is. All right, back to you, Don.
Okay. So that was an interesting one. So they got a six-man tag team against Rip Oliver, the Assassin, and Dynamite Kid. So that sounds kind of normal for that time where they would get that 3-on-1 not 3-on-1, but like a six-man tag. So okay. So this one is okay, Curt Hennig takes a Southern bull rope match. I don't remember what that was. Of course, I didn't know what an Iranian death match was either until I saw it at Portland. So, the last two, this is the last promo we're gonna watch, and then we're gonna go on to the match with Lex Lugar. But I just want to say a few words that the fact that Buddy Rose became a babyface, he was a great babyface just as much as he was a great heel. Um, so when they first started, when Curt started in '82, it was called the Army. So they would call themselves the Army, excuse me. All right, sorry about that. So and then eventually they would call themselves the Klan. So that's like at the end of the other promo, he was like, I got an army right here, and he was talking about Curt and Billy Jack. So I think this is really interesting. The fact that you had Curt and Billy Jack, and of course Buddy Rose, who were all on the same team. So this last one is with I forgot the wrestler's name, but him and Curt were friends and pretty close when they were in Portland. So I will let them take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jules Strongbow, Curt Hennig, and Big Billy Jack. Billy, this isn't a commercial announcement. You're doing this for charity. You've got something to say about Mount Tabor?
Yeah, tomorrow at noon at the Mount Tabor Park in Southeast Portland, I'm going to be out there and I'm going to demonstrate some weightlifting for the young kids. So if any of you kids, you're interested in coming out and learning some weightlifting, or want to just come out there and watch, there's going to be a muscle run out there at Mount Tabor Park. Be glad to have you.
Yeah, I didn't know
out there
you
and
could
show
teach
a few,
that.
things about weights. I'm my hand is much better. I've let it heal. I've taken 2 weeks off. My old man told me, he said, don't worry about nothing because everything's going to be all right, and that's the attitude I'm going to take. I'm back hungrier than ever. We got a new man, it's Jules Strongbow. The man's been wrestling in New York Madison Square Garden, main event. He's wrestled everybody back there. He'll be a great asset to us, getting rid of the Klan. And I'm back to stay. Thanks for all the letters in Portland. I love you, and I'm back 100%. Let's go for it, man.
Excuse me, Billy, cut across the front. Curt.
Very good, Billy. First of all, I'd like to thank and introduce all the people to Jules Strongbow, a good friend of mine, and it's going to really, like Billy said, be an asset. Now I'd like to get down. I heard Rip Oliver out here earlier talking about a cowbell match. He's challenged anybody back there, anybody to a cowbell match.
Not a cowbell, it's a Southern bull rope match.
Bull rope cowbell, I never heard of it. I don't want,
Neither did we.
maybe he's just a little upset because they lost the belt, so he's resorting to other things. I don't know, but I'd like to thank all the people for the support they've given me, and I'd like to have him support this man here, too, because I know he's sure winner.
Just fresh in from a successful tour back east, ladies and gentlemen, this is big, Jules Strongbow.
Nice to meet you. This is my first trip out to the Northwest Dutch, and I'm very happy to be here. Curt and I have been the best of friends for quite a long time. Curt knows what I'm like. I know what Curt's like. We both like to get out and meet people, get to know people, all the people that support us. Anytime you see me any place, don't be afraid to come talk to me, because I'm just Jules Strongbow. But there are a few people
Aww.
that have made some statements that I heard earlier. They're going to find out sooner or later, somewhere along the line, that when it happens and when it's necessary, Jules Strongbow can be more than just an ordinary person.
I concur. I agree, Curt.
You can take that to the bank. I've seen.
That'll be noon at Mount Tabor tomorrow. See you there.
Okay, you kids want to go down and watch your weightlifting demonstration tomorrow?
Okay. So, yeah, that was some interesting promos there. Especially the one where, him and the Strongbow gentleman, him and Curt had been the best of friends for a while. I wonder if he had any relation to Chief Strongbow, who was also, uh, in wrestling, and he was a wrestler. I know Wahoo McDaniels and Curt sort of had a rivalry there. They were kind of pulling pranks on each other, so that would be interesting. And now for the main event. So we're definitely going to do this. We're going to show a little bit of this. It's where the NWO attacks WCW. So we'll watch a little bit of that. And then, of course, we're going to see the match with Curt and Lex Lugar. And this is round 2, just like I said. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And share. Okay, here we go. And for all you who are listening, if you go to the streaming service that I always use, it's WCW Monday Nitro, Season 3, Episode 46, and it's November 17th, 1997. And And like I said, you could probably, for you on Rumble, you can see Hogan is standing here. For those who are on the audio, I am 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 19 seconds in. So if you want to go ahead and hit play, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the I had the volume down. I'm very
Stuff, right? And everyone's going into this match looking at it that way. No, the NWO, it's not every man for themselves. They've locked up. They're going to go in there as a unit. If we start thinking that way, we're stupid. That's going to be every man for themselves.
Yeah, they are going to team up. There is no question. As a unit on whomever coming up at World War III this Sunday. But my question
Come on, Curt.
is that let's say at the end of World War III that it's only NWO members in there. What will happen then?
They must have some kind of a pre-match strategy, some kind of a game plan. What we've seen tonight leads me to believe that that's the case.
Everything is designed to protect Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That's it.
Well, as you know, fans, one of the matches, as well as that 60-man three-ring battle royal, will be Hennig and Flair U.S. title.
Yeah, we already did that match. If you want to stop this and go watch that or listen to it, go for it.
Match against the NWO. Right now, it's not a good idea. And I know Flair's one of the greatest ever in a no disqualification match, but I can safely say, or I can bet you, that Curt Hennig and the NWO is prepared as never before.
And don't forget, Flair doesn't have his head on straight. He never forgot what Curt Hennig did, how he embarrassed Arn Anderson, and how he lied to every member of the Four Horsemen.
No.
I think the fact that Flair doesn't have his head on straight makes perfect sense that this is an anything goes match.
Hey, watch how you use that word perfect.
No disqualification match. If Flair's to be successful against Hennig, that's what he needs. Now, this is a rematch for a couple of
It's a 4 count. You have till 4.
The Nature Boy
you let go.
Interfered just when it appeared that Lex Lugar was on his way to winning the United
Not
States.
Till the count of 5. When he says 5, if you don't let go, then you're disqualified. I know the rules, Patrick.
Last week it was Flair and Lex Lugar, and Hennig got involved.
Neil Patrick.
Again. Back to the attack. You're looking at the U.S. champ, member of the New World Order. The strong, the powerful New World Order.
No thanks.
Curt Hennig. And Hennig relentless.
No, thank you.
Steiners, we do understand the Steiners
Ouch.
are going to be okay. They've suffered some bumps.
No thanks.
Some cuts, we understand, but they'll be able to compete again. But there's no question they will go into World War III this Sunday, not 100%. Hennig.
Again, all a part of the NWO strategy. Decimate World Championship Wrestling, and anyone that they don't take out is not going to be at 100% for that battle royal.
It's a good strategy as well. Look at Lugar. Put him down hard.
And don't forget, we're still going to see Scott Hall. And he's a member of
the New World Order against the Giant. And we have seen the Giant. In the weeks and the months gone by, we have announcers have been out here begging for someone from WCW to come out and help. And we have seen on occasion the Giant answer the call.
Where's he been tonight?
I don't know. He's thinking about World War III, thinking about every man for himself. And I mean, we often said the Giant is the favorite.
Well, Curt Hennig's having his hands full here with Lugar. No doubt about that.
Vice versa.
And vice versa.
Thank you, Bobby.
Hennig.
See, that's how you do a knee lift.
Hennig in total control. Goes for the cover.
2 count only, and Lugar comes right back out of it. To the ropes on the far side. Sleeper hold is on.
Now is Lugar's neck too muscular, too powerful to go out?
I don't think so. I think if properly applied, anyone can go out from a sleeper hold, and that looks pretty darn good. Lugar's going down.
He's got him cinched. He's dropped the one knee.
Well, with the experience of Curt Hennig, you'd expect that sleeper hold to be properly
Let's go,
applied.
Curt. Curt Hennig. Let's go, Curt.
Down to the mat, and Hennig could be moments away from putting Lugar out. Can Lugar bounce back? Nick Patrick. Well, he can't even lift the arm up, so he's okay.
I'm surprised Lugar's not out already.
Lugar is very much in this one, fans.
And look at those massive arms of Hennig.
Yeah, you know, we talk so much about the power of Lugar. You're right, Brain. Hennig, one of the most powerful as well. And the amazing point of this is that fundamentally sound as Hennig is, Lugar apparently is still in this too. He may not be though. Here we go with the three. He's still in it. Lugar is still
Come
in
on,
it.
Curt.
Patrick say no. The match is continuing and Lex Lugar is coming up.
He's on his feet and he hears the fans. And Curt Hennig's going for the ride.
Well, that needle obviously wasn't on E. Lugar trying to fight back.
Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
If that happens Sunday,
At least Curt knows how to take a bump on the floor.
He went over the top, all the way to the floor.
Oh, man. Oh.
And Nick Patrick telling Lugar to, hey, hold back, go back in the ring. But I tell you, Lex Lugar.
Yeah, how do you like
he
that?
threw Nick Patrick into Lugar. And he took
Take that, Lugar. I like that guy anyway.
Now that's a pattern we've seen. He loves to use that championship belt face first against his opponent's Flair can tell you about that.
Now, Mike, look at this. Referees are down now. Announcers have been knocked down. Steiner's been taken out.
Nick Patrick trying to make it a fair match.
Nick Patrick, not Neil Patrick. I'm sorry. Nick Patrick.
He is still down on the floor. Lugar, I believe, is out here. Lugar is helpless here at the hands of Hennig.
Hennig Plex.
Hennig Plex.
Oh, he threw it out. Well, Curt won anyway.
You're right, Nick. Hennig will retain the title because of the disqualification, but that's not the purpose.
Oh, NWO.
Yeah, that's not the purpose here. And that's not.
You should have counted him, Nick.
The intent is to maim Lex Lugar. And why not maim Nick Patrick as well? Once again, here
Come on,
tonight,
Curt.
the NWO
Oh, no. What's this now?
is taking over. Here comes the Giant.
Well, it's good news. It is about time.
You're not kidding. Answering the call at 480 pounds.
The biggest professional athlete in the world.
And he's had enough. We've had enough. And if it's only one man, then so be it.
Okay, guys, this is where we're going to do some shameless plugs here. So the first shameless plug, if you could please go over to my other show, which is Black Magic Talk. I will put the links in all the description fields. If you could just kind of browse it, if you are not only a wrestling fan, but you like Wicca or paganism, and you'd like to learn more about it. We just did some recent episodes. So if you'd like to hop over there, just click the link in the description field. If you would like to give to the Black Magic Talk Patreon, that link will be in the description field. And again, if you would like to have a tarot reading on the show, you can DM me on X. My link for that X will be in the description field. If you would like to do one off the show, you can also just DM me and I will give you my rate. My co-host is Matt Collins. He can also give you a tarot reading on the show or off the show. If it's on the show, all you would have to do is become a Patreon supporter for $5 a month. You get all kinds of perks. And again, we can let you know when you can come on the show. And if you'd like to do it off the show, Matt can definitely give you his rating for doing tarot. The next shameless plug I would like to do is, of course, Pro Wrestling Talk will always be on Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is scheduled to change, but Angel and I will let you know on the Wrestling X. So if you would like to DM us at any time, me and Angel, my link will be in the description field for my Wrestling X, and that is for Pro Wrestling Talk, and also for this podcast, Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. If you would like to give to the Patreon, I have for Curt Hennig was the best, changed my mind. Again, you can go and look in the description field. It should be there. I have $1, $3, $5, and $10. The other show is just $1, $5, and $10. Or no, I'm sorry, it's $3, $5, and $10, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check. But if you could give thank you in advance. If you'd like to ask any questions for pro wrestling or Black Magic Talk, you are free to direct message me on X, or Angel, my host for Pro Wrestling Talk. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, unless it is scheduled to change, but we will definitely let you know beforehand. So, of course, this show, I'm going to do a shameless plug for this show. Again, $1, $3, $5, and $10. You can contribute on Patreon. If you would like to give on Cashapp, I will take donations on Cashapp, but direct message me on X if you would like to do that, and I will give you my handle. So if you have any questions like about the show or any technical questions, you can always direct message me on my X, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. The next shameless plug I would like to do is for Hardlands Media. Kit Cabello, someone I call a good friend of mine. Please check him out. He is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central, and that would be 10 p.m. Eastern. So 9 a.m. Central, he is Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday, depending on when you can catch him in a good mood for a Saturday brunch. If he does do Saturday brunch, I usually am sleeping or at work. So, but check him out. He's really good on politics, and I have the pleasure of calling him friend. Some more shameless plugs. If you could also subscribe to Angel in the Afternoon. He does a great job on politics as well. And that's Angel in the Afternoon. And he's usually on 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday. That is also scheduled to change. If you have any questions about it, he'll usually let you know. And he will definitely, you can direct message him if you need to get a hold of him. The last one is Deconstructing. His name is Dave. I really recommend him too. He has a little podcast on YouTube. All you'd have to look up is Deconstructing Topics, and he does some really good stuff. I really recommend you guys check him out. Subscribe to everybody I just said here, and check them out. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody.